Today on Discover Wisconsin, we're going to camp.
I don't think we could ask for anything better.
We'll take you on a legacy motorcycle ride.
And it's quite impressive going down the interstate, I'll tell you.
And we'll welcome Wisconsin soldiers home from Iraq.
Good to see you back.
All thanks to the Wisconsin American Legion.
Beauty awaits around each bend. The enchantment never ends. For every season there's another reason for you to come discover Wisconsin.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Klett, and this week we're doing something a little different. Instead of showing you one of Wisconsin's beautiful destinations, we want you to meet a group of men and women who have taken on the mission of supporting our military veterans, their families, and their communities. This is the Wisconsin American Legion. July in Tomahawk. You expect to see veterans from the American Legion Post kicking off the big parade.
That's one of the big roles we have, is educating people on what the military is about and the prices that have been paid by many people to give us the freedom we have.
But there's so much more the men and women of the American Legion do that you may not be aware of.
The largest misconception out there is that we're kind of an old boys network, that it's kind of a drinking club. We do so much in our communities.
There are 70,000 members in more than 500 American Legion posts across the state ready to serve.
Veterans are used to serving, and this is a way for us to continue to serve our community, state, and nation. Even though we don't wear the uniform of our country anymore, we're wearing our Legion uniform every time we put that cap on.
4 pillars make up the foundation of the American Legion's dedication.
What we were taught in the military is that you never leave a soldier behind.
The American Legion was founded in 1919 by returning World War I veterans who were concerned about their wounded comrades.
You know, they fought a vicious war, trench warfare, mustard gas attacks, a lot of blind, a lot of maimed service members who weren't getting the proper medical care. And they made a commitment to make sure that their comrades were going to be taken care of.
One of the recommendations from the Surgeon General that came out of World War I was to establish a camp of fresh air and exercise, because most of the doughboys in World War I were exposed to mustard gas.
And so Wisconsin American Legion posts and their members have been supporting Camp American Legion in Lake Tomahawk since 1925.
It is a place of rest and rehabilitation. Also, it's recuperation for Wisconsin veterans who have served in the military service, who have a documented mental or physical disability.
Any eligible Wisconsin veteran, Legion member or not, can spend 7 days a year at the camp, enjoying everything it has to offer.
There's boating, we've gone on a couple of cruises, fishing, there's a workout room, I mean a good workout room, and a recreation room, and they've got craft room over here, so and the meals are wonderful. I'm sure they've shown pictures of the lake so far, and you can just tell that this is a piece of heaven.
Even here, it's not just an old boys club. Women veterans are encouraged to sign up for camp.
So it's just a good place to come and relax and know that you are among people that understand, they get it. They're veterans, and you can talk and you know it's not going any further than this camp.
And she caught 2 fish yesterday?
Yeah. This big!
The camp is funded and maintained entirely by the Wisconsin American Legion, which makes it unique.
It is the only camp where a veteran who qualifies can come here totally free of charge.
Bingo!
Caring for fellow veterans doesn't end at camp. For example, every year Legion members gladly report for duty at the State Veterans Home in King. There's a picnic on the lawn, a chance to share stories, and a parade through the property. All sponsored by the Wisconsin American Legion. It lets the residents know they're appreciated and not forgotten. Also not forgotten are fallen comrades and their families.
Ready? And
A special memorial is held by the Andrew Blackhawk Legion Post 129 during the Memorial Day Ho-Chunk powwow in Tomah.
We're very patriotic. Our veterans are #1, like this powwow. It's a very humbling moment for us an honor for us to raise the flags for these families.
To learn more about the Wisconsin American Legion's mission, go to our website at discoverwisconsin.com. Coming up, a lesson in Americanism. It'll make you stand up and cheer. Discover Wisconsin is back with our salute to the Wisconsin American Legion.
I mean, this is what we fought for. This is what we swore to defend.
To the American Legion, Americanism is different than patriotism.
Patriotism is kind of an emotional response to the times, but Americanism is an intellectual commitment to this country, intellectual commitment to the foundations that our country was built upon, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights.
So, the Legion sponsors several programs aimed primarily at youth.
To try to develop this intellectual commitment in the country to being an American, the things that we do, like Badger Boys State and Badger Girls State.
At Badger Boys State, citizens have only a week to learn how to communicate and collaborate with people they have never met before.
And they have to come together very, very quickly to work towards a common goal, common purpose.
That goal is the same today as it was in 1939 when the first Wisconsin American Legion Badger Boys State was called into session.
It was to educate our youth in our form of government, and the program was initially set up that the boys would be involved with city, county, and state government, and the judicial and all the rest of the parts of that.
Selected high school juniors learn how their government works by holding elections.
yes, I did it!
And the citizens constantly are campaigning or helping others run for office, and they're elected at the various levels.
Sometimes the results can mirror current events.
Probably should challenge this one. There's a difference of only 6 votes.
They pass laws while learning how the process works.
Hearing no discussion.
A second?
All right. All those in favor, any discussion, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Nay.
And in 1 week, they not only learn how to make music, but they've made friendships that will last a lifetime. And they also learn something about themselves.
It's really been a life-changing experience for me as I went through it. But every year that I come back, it's both inspiring and humbling to interact with young students and emerging leaders from around the state of Wisconsin.
And some of these future leaders have discovered a new appreciation for their sponsors.
It changed my perspective totally, and I have so much more respect for veterans now than I did before.
Some of the Legionnaires here have never been thanked for their service, and it was brought to our attention, and we all agree that that's just a horrible thing, and that we really need to show and express our heartfelt, thanks to them.
The ultimate goal is that the young men and women who attend their respective states will take their new understanding of Americanism back home and share it with others. The same is true for the American Legion's oratorical contest.
Each speaker is about to deliver an 8 to 10 minute prepared oration on some phase of the United States Constitution.
Not only do participants learn to think and speak clearly, but they can be awarded scholarships as well.
So the Americanism programs are so important to us as veterans because we want to make sure that our children, that our grandchildren, that their children, for generations to come, are going to enjoy these freedoms.
Learn more about the American Legion's